The golf industry wants you to believe that a great driver costs $500 minimum. They have built an entire commercial ecosystem around that belief: tour endorsements, launch event spectacles, artificial intelligence marketing language, and annual release cycles designed to make last year's $599 driver feel obsolete before you have finished paying for it. The reality, sitting quietly underneath all of that noise, is that some of the best performing drivers available right now cost under $300, and the only thing separating them from the clubs taking up the premium display space is the size of the marketing budget surrounding them. Today we are covering exactly 5 of them. Let's get into the best golf drivers under $300 that should cost way more. Number 1. Cobra Aerojet. The Cobra Aerojet is the most complete argument against premium driver pricing available in the current market, and the performance data supporting that argument is so consistent across so many independent testing programs that it has become genuinely difficult for the premium brands to ignore without appearing defensive. The adjustable weighting system included in the Aerojet gives golfers draw and fade bias options that premium competitors charge extra for as aftermarket accessories. The sound and feel at impact is a dampened, solid thud that communicates strike quality in a way that cheap drivers at this price point never achieve. If you walk past the Aerojet because the Cobra logo does not carry the social weight of TaylorMade or Callaway at the first tee, you are making a branding decision with your scoring potential, and your wallet paying the full price for that choice. The Aerojet uses a full carbon fiber crown and sole construction that removes weight from the structure of the head and repositions it precisely at the internal locations that maximize moment of inertia, the measurement that determines how much the club head resists twisting on off-center strikes and how much distance and accuracy you recover on the mishits that every golfer hits on every single round, regardless of handicap or skill level. The PWR Core technology positions a high-density weight low and forward in the head to produce a center of gravity location that generates the optimal combination of launch angle and spin rate for the broadest possible range of swing speeds, not just the tour caliber speeds that premium brand marketing implicitly targets when it publishes performance numbers. Independent robot testing conducted by MyGolfSpy and Golf Digest has placed the Aerojet within 2 to 4 yards of TaylorMade Key 10 and Callaway Paradigm performance across multiple swing speed profiles while retailing at $150 to $200 below those competitors at launch price and significantly further below on the secondary market, where Aerojet holds value considerably better than either premium alternative. Bryson DeChambeau played Cobra equipment by genuine performance preference at the highest competitive level in the sport, which is the most credible real-world validation that driver engineering receives in professional golf. The Aerojet is available new under $300 and represents a performance-to-price ratio that should genuinely embarrass every brand charging twice as much for equivalent outcomes on an actual golf course. Number 2, Srixon ZX-5 driver. The Srixon ZX-5 driver is the club that disappears from every mainstream equipment conversation despite consistently appearing at the top of every honest performance evaluation. And that gap between visibility and quality is the most reliable signal available that a piece of equipment is worth investigating before the market catches up and the pricing reflects what the performance actually justifies. The adjustable hosel on the ZX-5 provides 8 positions of loft and lie adjustment, giving golfers a genuine fitting range that most budget competitors either omit entirely or restrict to 3 positions that cover a fraction of the swing profile diversity actually present in the amateur game. The head shape at address is a clean, confidence-inspiring profile that sits square without optical illusions or alignment aids that compensate for geometry the manufacturer does not fully trust. Every golfer who has hit the ZX-5 on a launch monitor next to a same-day Callaway or TaylorMade and seen the numbers come back nearly identical has walked away with the same expression, the quiet realization that they have been paying for a logo for years. The ZX-5 uses Srixon's rebound frame construction, a dual-flex zone system where both the face and the crown flex independently at impact to produce a trampoline effect that generates ball speeds competing directly with driver faces costing hundreds more. The carbon composite crown saves structural weight and repositions it to the perimeter of the head, where it maximizes the moment of inertia values that protect distance and accuracy on the off-center strikes that determine real-world scoring outcomes, rather than the center strike laboratory numbers that premium brand marketing leads with exclusively. The variable thickness face design maps thicker and thinner zones across the hitting area based on where different swing profiles make contact most frequently, producing consistent ball speed output across a wider section of the face than uniform thickness alternatives achieve at equivalent price points. Srixon is backed by Sumitomo Rubber's materials science infrastructure, one of the most sophisticated precision manufacturing operations in the world, which means the metallurgical quality inside the ZX-5 head reflects decades of materials engineering expertise that pure golf brands cannot match, regardless of what they spend on product development. The ZX-5 retails under $250 at multiple major retailers and sits under $200 on the secondary market, where it holds value considerably better than premium competitors with louder marketing budgets and higher depreciation curves. Hideki Matsuyama wins major championships trusting Srixon engineering under maximum competitive pressure. That is not a contractual outcome. It is a performance validation that costs the brand nothing to advertise because the results speak with an authority that no campaign budget can manufacture. By the way, almost every club featured in this video is linked in the description below if you want to check them out. I only recommend stuff I'd actually buy, so if any of these caught your eye, check the links before heading to the store. Number 3. Wilson Staff D9. Wilson Staff has been making golf equipment since 1914, and the D9 driver is the clearest current expression of what over a century of accumulated manufacturing knowledge produces when it is deployed in service of golfer performance rather than brand margin optimization. The finish quality on the D9 head is a brushed titanium crown with clean sole lines that presents at address with a premium aesthetic completely inconsistent with the under $250 retail price attached to the product. The shaft options available through Wilson's standard configuration cover a broader flex and weight range than most competitors offer without a custom order surcharge, meaning more golfers find a properly matched setup without paying the specification premium that major brands attach to anything outside their narrowest standard offering. Wilson's customer service and warranty support infrastructure is one of the most responsive in the equipment industry, which matters considerably more than most golfers realize until the moment they actually need it. The D9 uses a triaxial carbon composite crown that Wilson's engineering team developed through a weave pattern orientation, producing a strength-to-weight ratio that exceeds what standard carbon composite construction achieves. This allows more structural weight to be removed from the crown and repositioned to the perimeter and sole, where moment of inertia gains are maximized. The Power Holes technology, with variable depth ports positioned around the perimeter of the sole, flexes at impact to expand the effective trampoline zone beyond the face itself. It produces ball speeds on heel and toe strikes that compete directly with premium competitors at twice the retail price. The adjustable hosel provides 8 degrees of loft and lie adjustment through a single mechanism, giving golfers the fitting capability that premium brands charge separately for as a custom fitting session and premium specification surcharge. Independent robot testing places the D9 within 2 to 3 yards of TaylorMade and Callaway flagship drivers across multiple swing speed ranges. That performance gap is so small, it disappears entirely in real playing conditions under normal course variables. Wilson Staff equipped Sam Snead, Arnold Palmer, and Padraig Harrington, a tour pedigree representing more combined major championship success than most premium brands currently spending millions on endorsement infrastructure. The D9 retails under $250 new and under $150 on the secondary market, where it holds value in a manner reflecting genuine quality rather than marketing-dependent depreciation. This is a driver that should be in far more bags than it currently occupies, and the only explanation for the gap is brand visibility rather than performance reality. Number 4, Cleveland Launcher XL driver. Cleveland built its reputation on wedge engineering, so honest and so consistently validated by independent performance data that the brand name became synonymous with trustworthy equipment in the short game category. The head shape at address is a deep, high MOI profile that communicates forgiveness visually before the swing begins, a psychological confidence factor that genuinely affects tempo and commitment through the hitting zone for mid and high handicap players. This driver was specifically engineered to serve those players. The stock shaft options Cleveland includes at base retail pricing are among the most accurately flex-rated in the budget segment, meaning the stated flex on the label reflects the actual performance profile of the shaft rather than a marketing approximation designed to appeal to ego rather than swing speed reality. Cleveland backs the Launcher XL with the same warranty infrastructure that covers their tour-played wedge line, a commitment to product longevity that the retail price does not require them to offer, and they offer it anyway because the engineering confidence behind the product makes it commercially rational to do so. The Launcher XL driver carries that same engineering philosophy into the long game and produces a result that deserves far more attention than Cleveland's wedge dominance has historically allowed in the conversation about where the brand's value actually lives. The Launcher XL uses a turbocharged cup face construction where the face wraps around the crown and sole edges to create a flexible zone that extends significantly beyond the traditional hitting area, producing ball speed on miss hits that competes with premium alternatives built with more expensive manufacturing processes and higher retail price justifications. The Action Mass CB system positions a 60-gram weight in the back of the sole, a mass concentration that pushes the center of gravity as far back and low as the head geometry allows, producing the high launch and low spin combination that maximizes carry distance for moderate swing speeds below 100 miles per hour, where the majority of recreational golfers actually operate. The carbon composite crown construction removes structural weight and redistributes it to the perimeter, expanding the moment of inertia to a level that produces noticeably tighter dispersion on off-center contact than the head size and price point would typically suggest is achievable. Cleveland's quality control standards, refined over 4 decades of producing equipment that tour players put into competitive play without modification, produce a consistency across individual units that budget segment competitors with less manufacturing discipline cannot match at equivalent retail pricing. The Launcher XL retails consistently under $250 and represents a driver built with the same engineering integrity. Cleveland applies to every RTX wedge groove, which is to say, considerably more integrity than the retail price requires or the marketing budget communicates. Number 5, Sub 70 driver. Sub 70. Golf exists as a direct commercial response to everything wrong with premium driver pricing, and the Sub 70 driver is the most concentrated expression of what happens when a brand decides that the cost-to-retail ratio should reflect manufacturing value rather than marketing infrastructure recovery. The cosmetic options available through Sub 70's direct ordering platform include finish and color combinations that premium brands restrict to custom shop programs costing hundreds above standard retail, giving golfers a personalization capability at base pricing that the major players have decided is a luxury feature rather than a standard offering. The shaft library Sub 70 makes available at their price point includes genuine premium options from major shaft manufacturers that competitors either exclude from standard builds or attach significant upcharge pricing to as premium specifications. No other driver under $300 currently available in the market backs the purchase with a 60-day in-course trial that covers real competitive rounds. That guarantee alone is worth more than the price difference between Sub 70 and every premium competitor currently occupying the display space. Your money deserves to escape permanently. The sub-70 driver comes from the same OEM manufacturing facilities producing components for premium brands at 2 to 3 times the retail price, the same production lines, the same material specifications, and the same manufacturing tolerances applied to a head design that sub-70 brings to market without the tour endorsement contract, the celebrity infrastructure, the Super Bowl commercial budget, or the retail channel markup that premium brands layer between the factory and your hands. The variable thickness face design uses computational mapping to identify the optimal thickness at every point across the hitting area based on the structural requirements of each zone rather than manufacturing convenience, producing ball speed consistency across the face that independent testing validates as competitive with premium alternatives at every swing speed profile measured. The adjustable hosel system provides comprehensive loft and lie adjustment through a straightforward mechanism that requires no proprietary tool or dealer visit, a fitting capability that major brands restrict to standard configurations unless you pay a custom specification premium that sub-70 includes as standard at base retail pricing. The 60-day in-course satisfaction guarantee is the commercial policy that distinguishes sub-70 from every other brand on this list and from every premium competitor in the market. Real rounds on real golf courses with a genuine return option converts the purchase from a leap of faith into a performance evaluation, a confidence in the product that no amount of launch event spectacle or tour endorsement credibility can substitute for when the club is in your hands on the first tee. Sub-70 drivers retail under $300 with shaft options and fitting combinations that premium brands charge separately as customization fees. The performance is real, the manufacturing is genuine, and the price reflects what a driver should actually cost when the brand decides that your game matters more than their margin. 5 drivers, all under $300. All performing at levels the premium display case wants you to believe require twice the investment. The best driver for your game is not the most expensive driver in the store. It is the one built by a brand that decided honest pricing and genuine engineering matter more than the logo on the crown. Drop the budget driver you think belongs on this list in the comments below. See you in the next one.